Hi friends, Jessica here. Today, Georgiana and I are talking with Modupe. Hi! On this episode of Avon Calling.
How are
So
you?
I'm so excited to be talking with you today. You have been selling Avon for 28 years, I think you said, and you are a gold leader, and you are currently selling at Rose Circle. But I know that you've also sold at McConnell Club, which is huge. I think that's
Yes,
amazing. So
yes.
I just wanted to first start out by asking you, how did you, when you first started, and now, how are you getting your customers?
How I got started was I was looking for a part-time job and looking in the newspapers. I saw the ad, that little box, and said, "Need extra income?" I said, "Yeah. Be your own boss. No experience needed. If this were you, call this 800 number." It didn't even say Avon, so I called them, and the lady picked it up and said, "Avon Elizabeth." And I said, "I'm looking for a job." He said, "No, it's not a job. It is this and that," and explained briefly. And then we met. I paid my $20 and I got started with
Wow.
my.
So I know that when we were talking earlier, you had said that you first started by going to your neighbors and getting your customers. Is that still true? Do you still get your customers by, talking with your neighbors? How else have you gotten more customers to reach McConnell Club? That's a huge accomplishment.
Oh, thank you so much. It is, but it's also work because I wanted to make it work. I do a lot of events, and from one event, I get more customers.
Mhm.
And then I do a lot of tossing. Everywhere I go, I have, unless I'm at church or at work, I have my Avon shirt on, something that says Avon about me. My car has a magnetic sign on it.
Mhm.
So there's so many ways I introduce my business to everybody. When I'm going to the store, I take at least three books out, and I do not go back home into my car until those three books are gone.
Yeah.
So I I love the traditional selling, and I know that we're all building on internet now, but the traditional selling has really been the best thing for me. My neighbors, not all of them, we are in a community of 30, only about 4 or 5 customers I have that
Mhm.
order in my community, and that's okay. And so that's how I get my business. Everywhere I go. You remember the 4 A's of Avon: anywhere, anytime, always ask. So mine is always show or share.
Yeah, and I have seen you in your Avon name tag wherever you go. You come to visit me. Because I know it was only me that you were coming to visit, but you come to New York City to work. But I'm gonna take that as coming to visit me. But I've seen you. You know, you wear your Avon name tag. You're not afraid to have a brochure in your bag and strike up conversations. Can you give us a little bit of a preview or some tips for how you make that connection with your contacts at your event to turn them from someone that you just met or someone that you're just talking to a customer or a recruit?
One of the things that thank you that really work for me is my what I'm wearing. When people make a compliment on my jewelry, on my clothes, I
Mhm.
try to bridge it. I don't. In the beginning, I used to say, "Oh, it's from Avon," and I just close it. But I learned to build a relationship up with them. So I would like, "Oh, you like it? What do you like about it? About it? The color or the design?" And so that we can have more conversation. And then I lead it to being it's from Avon, and I'll whip out a book to say, "I would like to give you my book so you can look inside it." And then, because we talk about jewelry, I open the jewelry page first to share with them. That's one of the ways that I connect with them. But like I said, I have grown over the years to know what customer really want, that they buy more in Avon, and I try to promote that as well and have them in hand. Um, I don't carry people in my car because my car always have Avon in it. So like I said, everywhere I go, I just show and share the business. I'll give you a good example. yesterday at work, I sprayed, I forgot to use perfume because that perfume I wanted to use, Prima Nora, was in my handbag. So when I dressed up upstairs, I said, oh, my Prima Nora was in my bag. And then when I got downstairs, I just went to my car. So when I got to work around 11, I said, oh, I must be smelling horribly because I didn't remember to put on my perfume. So I took the perfume out and I showed myself. And 3 people came and said, Miss, what do you do here? I said, what happened? I said, from my end over there, I could smell your what you have on. And I said, oh, it's Prima Nora. So on Monday, I'm taking 3 Prima Nora to work. So things like that, I do crazy things just to pick people's interest up.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's so true that when we are just using the product, then, you know, people are interested in it. So I love the tip about asking them, you know, what do you like about it? Instead of just saying, oh, it's Avon, because that's what I do, is just say, oh, it's Avon. But now that I've learned from you to keep the conversation going and to ask more, that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So we've talked a little bit about you doing events. Can you tell us a little bit about your events, what you do, how you do them, when you do them? I would love to hear that.
Yes. I love selling. This is my leadership just fell into my lap. I love selling. I've been selling since I was in 4th grade. Wow. I used to make candy, you know, that's coconut candy to school. I sold it. And so when I had the opportunity that when I started the business and somebody, I remember it was almost 1993, I think 1993, that somebody invited me when I was living in my older county and said, we're having an event, vendors event, and you pay $10 or something like that. And you set up, bring your Avon products and you can sell. And I went that day to that event, that Saturday, and I sold, I must have went home that day with like $600. And I was, this is good. So I said, you know, another one? He said, oh, there always this and that. And then I did that location, it's a church. I did that church for 17 years.
Wow.
Consistently, yes. And in summer, from spring to summer. And that helped me. And because I saw that people like to go into like a store and buy stuff, so I started doing event more. I started looking, when I'm driving around, I'm looking at church. I said, they have, you know, event here, this church or this school, and I started building that. And I started to teach my team locally then to do the same thing. Then I ended up finding a permanent place in a parking lot. That I'm now the king and queen of that parking lot. It was a former, and I can confidently say this, it was the former Avon office building. When they closed it, remember when Avon closed all the offices, just as we were packing up, I told my DSM, I said, let me go and ask our landlord upstairs if I can continue to use the parking lot, because we used to do it rotation because it's a whole for the district. But I was the one doing it more. People don't like anything that they have to do that will, you know, take them outside, you know. So the man, so she said, go ask him. I said, I went and I said, I want to see you. And he said, oh, sure. He said, but how much will you charge me? And he said, this. I said, really? Okay. And since then, I've been there consistently every weekend. It's outside, so my tent. And so I love finding, and now what I do is my DSM is really good helping me too. I go to Eventbrite, or we go to our local newspapers and look at where they're having events, and I give it to my team members. Sometimes I don't even give it to my team member. If I don't have anybody, I put it on my team page. If they don't respond, I open it up to the district page when we had a district page. And now I'm opening it to everybody since we don't have district anymore. But it's really, I think it's a good opportunity for you to build your business. And if you do it consistently, people will know. When the weather breaks and I went out, and people were like, where have you been? I'm running out of my road. I mean, it was like, you think I was going to give them money. And they don't even want to order. They want that relationship. Like they're going to a store. They want them, they say, I know I can call you. I said, why didn't you call me? I was driving by every day. And I was like, you're not here this weekend. I said, no, they can't come. but one other thing that consistency helps you do, and I wish my manager was my coaches here. You don't have my, I've been some people that turn in to my lot and say, Miss, we come here today because we've been driving by, this is our road. Every weekend, whether rain or whatever, you hear. And you're consistent. Well, a lady had come in and prayed for me in that lot because she said, I see you all the time. I was like, who is this woman? I need to go talk to her. And she's not the only one. So looking around in the newspapers, the schools, the churches, they do bazaar, they do vendor events. It's really a great opportunity. I love doing events. Actually, I feel more comfortable doing events.
That is a great tip. I always say the consistency is key because people watch you. They watch what you're doing. And if you're wishy-washy, here today, gone tomorrow, they don't trust you as a person, much more a business. They want to work with people. And I've had people tell me that in my neighborhood too, that, we keep seeing your brochures. We keep seeing you. And, we want to reach out to you or contact you. And I've had people call me and tell me that, you keep sending my friend a brochure and she keeps saying you always send brochures, so I want to work with you. So I love that you shared that tip of consistency. Do you have any other tips that you could share with new representatives who are just getting started?
When I started, my tip for them is taking them back to when I started. Mm-hmm. And remember, I was new to this country. I was only a year, roughly, into this country. I came in with 3 children. I had 4 months after I came in, I had my job. We didn't have a car, but I had a why. It was just something I needed to do. And I believed in it. I had to make it work. I did not like the alternative. So new reps that joined, I enrolled in Avon. I want you to turn into yourself and say, why did I even consider Avon in the first place? Always think about that. Why? What did you want to achieve? Mm-hmm. It's a business, not a salary that you know that your 2 weeks you go get paid this amount of money. But be patient. Mm-hmm. Don't take it as a quick fix, right? And then don't look at it as a hobby. If you join to buy discounted product for yourself because you love Avon, that's fine. We have a lot of that. But if you really, really needed the income, you need to have that in mind that it's not a hobby. So you have to start from the beginning and take it as a business. And what does a business entail? Commitment. Mm-hmm. Commitment, belief, consistency. Knowing why you are doing it, and let your why be bigger than your challenges, because you're going to face challenges. I've faced it so many times. I've had people reported me at work that I'm doing something else and it's on fire, but it didn't stop me. I slowed down, but it didn't stop me because I told people if I stopped, I don't go back to whatever I stopped. It's very, very hard for me. I had an injury at a gym in 2003. I have not entered a gym since then. And I was a gym fanatic because and that's why I have my knee problem. So I knew if I stopped, I might not go back. So make your why, write it down where you can see it and give it a time. Don't rush that, I didn't get other first campaign. I didn't get a lot of other second campaign. Just always ask who your mentor is. What can I do? But your mentor must be really successful to mentor you and have you on as a team member. So ask what they are doing and try to make your own. It won't be the same thing. You might be stay-home mom or stay-home lady or working like I work, like all of us do. So your time will be different from other people, but make it work for you. Build your experience and people's tips into your own to make it your own.
Man, you just gave us so much great information that I think any representative can take and apply to their business and have as much success as you have. And I'm so thankful that you joined us today and that you are so open with sharing you and sharing your story. And I feel so blessed that you have come on Avon Calling and shared with us. We are almost out of time. I have one last question for you, and it is what has been your favorite Avon moment so far?
I have so many moments. But was my trip to Bahamas.
Mm. Mm.
I've been on Avon trips, LA, and that's what triggered my going to Red Persons then. But when I earned that trip to the Bahamas, in January, I told a friend that I really want to go to Jamaica or any of the Caribbean islands. 80% of my friends are from the islands, and I've never been there. So January 2017, I said, I really, really want to go this year to Jamaica. And then we went to leadership kickoff, and Avon shared the incentive for the year to go to Bahamas. And I said, I am going to go to Bahamas. That was a moment when I earned it, when I got on that plane, and when I landed. And then to have the breakthrough I had with my great friend Georgina and all of that. I've never gone into water. I've never swam. I've never gone all those rides. And they supported me. They helped me. And I did all those things. And I gave testimony at church because it was a breakthrough. So that was, when I look back in 2017, even though a lot of good things happened, I will pick that one thing on number one of my list.
Wow.
So good.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I cannot wait to meet you in person. And yeah, we'll meet at Rep Fest. And I'm just so excited to get to know you more. And everybody who's watching, you can check Georgiana's YouTube channel because we have more of this interview with Modupe. So Georgie, where can they go to find the rest of our interview?
If you go to youtube.com/u/Georgiana H, you'll be able to see my channel and more Modupe.
Awesome. Thank you. Modupe, where can people go to connect with you online?
Number one, you can connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook timeline is Modupe Aromire, and my business page is Modupe's Beauty Boutique. I'm also on Twitter at Avon Modupe. I'm on Instagram at Avon Modupe, and I'm on YouTube also at www.youtube.com/Avon Modupe. So and I'm trying to do chats. What is that? Snapchat.
Snapchat.
I don't know that one. Those are the places that they can connect with me. And thank you so much, ladies. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you, ladies, what you are doing for the other reps. And it's such an honor and privilege for me to be on the channel with you on Avon Calling and to be your guest. You really made my month.
Aww.
I'm really, really excited. I'm thankful and I'm honored. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for today. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.